Hello and welcome to the Loose Boho Reviews. I am your host Smokey, and joining with me as always is my co-host Spooge.
Hello.
And before we get into the movie proper, we have 3 rules that we got to go over as always. First rule is our rating must be a 5 out of 5, 1 being we hate it, 5 being we love it. Rule number 2 is if we want our money back, we give it a Jeff Goldblum. And rule number 3 is if we agree that the movie deserves it, it will get a God tier, a 6 out of 5. And today we are reviewing the movie Blue Velvet by David Lynch. And we can already give our ratings. It's drastically different. Mine.
So I respect your rating. I understand. I can't argue against it.
I understand your rating. To be honest, I'm gonna wait until we give the ratings, but my rating is a 1 out of 5.
Flat 1. But it wasn't until we had a flat 1.
Oh yeah, it's been quite a long time.
When's the last time we had a flat 1? I'm trying to think.
I don't think we had one this season. I do not think we've had one this season. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and look at the rating cards. But they're actually very rare. They're actually rarer than Jeff Goldblum's.
Yes.
But yeah, it's and to come to an understanding of why my rating is a 1 is I'm coming at this as I am sitting in. I have went to the movie theater and I have paid full price for a movie ticket to see this film, and I have sat through at the theater and I've gone. And I didn't want my money back. I entertained myself, but the theater would have to be like almost empty, because I definitely would have to be able to get away with making snarky remarks through the film, or I would not have enjoyed it at all. Like I was entertained. I do have to give it to David Lynch. He, even though this is definitely not his best work that I've seen so far, even though this is only my 4th David Lynch project that I've seen. But it is, and I can flash that. No, you got to give your rating.
Oh, I gave it a 4.
All right, flashing it on the screen now. There it is. But yes,
it's a low 4, but it's a 4.
Yeah, and I understand your rating more than I understand your rating for Lighthouse. I am dead on serious about that.
Damn.
Like, I understand why you like this more than I understand, and why I still do not.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You can shit on this movie all you want. You're still coming at me for Lighthouse.
It's Robert Pattinson, man. I don't.
It's his one good role.
I don't see it. I don't fucking see it. And it doesn't help that it's Robert Pattinson next to fucking William Dafoe, which is being as on point as ever possible. And it's like, God, man, if only Robert Pattinson.
He was great, especially the whole thing with the lobster.
But that's another review that we gotta. That's another thing we'll have to get into later.
But your phone
Blue Velvet.
Lobster.
Blue Velvet. Fucking
I will hark you right now.
Blue Velvet. Blue. Let's get into the movie. Blue Velvet.
You're just mad because in that scenario, you know that I'm Willem Dafoe in the snenario. You're just jealous of that. Because I have the beard for it.
I would never
and I'm
be.
Short. And I got the
I would never be in that fucking scenario. Don't give
me that. Because you're Robert Pattinson.
I'm not fucking.
You're Robert Pattinson.
No. Is that? Are you coming at my acting skills? You son of a bitch!
Them. They're good. That's what I'm saying. They're good.
You fucking.
There's one good work.
You son of a bitch! You coming at me?
I'm complimenting you.
In my point of view, that's a fucking insult. That's a dig. You might as well say my acting is as bad as Kevin Smith.
I'll gaslight you like Willem Dafoe.
Fucking. But man, Blue Velvet. Let's get into Blue
Yes.
Velvet. Yeah, it's not there's not a single good act. Is she from? Is she from Jurassic Park? Is she from Jurassic Park?
Is she?
I think so. I think she is.
Who is she in
The blonde.
Park?
It would be the mother in the pink.
Oh really? Okay, yeah.
I think so. I think it was. She was not good in this. That I let me just double check on that while I'm saying it, just in case, you know.
Which I know I understand.
If only like I had like a device, like a computer or something in front of me to confirm. But continue.
Oh yeah, understanding David Lynch, he's even known for like the fact that, especially a lot of his early stuff, he wasn't ever really looking for good actors. He's more looking for distinct vibes and like distinct looking people.
I get that, but you still gotta take in. Yeah,
But I'm agreeing that she's not good in this, and it's actually surprising. I was actually surprised to find I can't think of his name. He's the lead though. I can't not just.
Yeah,
say
it was.
It
is Lauren.
Dale
it is
Cooper.
Laura Dern.
I can't.
It is. It is Lauren Dern. Just one.
I can't not call him Dale Cooper.
Fucking...
But it's kind of odd because he's very young in this too. I've definitely seen that he definitely improves in his acting, further in his career. Definitely. He's way better
what's his
as Dale.
name? I
can't think of his name. It's the main character, the cuck.
Oh, fucking! He was
The main
awful.
cuck.
He was fucking terrible in this. Again, almost everybody's acting. The only actor that was Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper.
Oh my God,
fucking
Frank.
Frank
has the best quotes in this of all time. There's some good
like
some good moments with
he's
him.
not,
and
I'm gonna have to say this.
I finally found out what there's a Mr. Bungle song that
his
fucking
acting,
I didn't know was quoting that scene when he's about the warm beer.
Dennis
I always
Hopper's
wondered what that was from.
Dennis Hopper's acting is Mario Bros level in this.
Oh yeah,
it definitely is. Like it's definitely not his best work, but
we definitely know that
he
can Nicolas Cage it.
Oh yes, definitely. He might be like a kind of semi Nicolas Cage kind of actor. I don't know. I've only seen him in kind of select few roles. I recognized him right off. I was like, is that fucking Bowser?
Bowser.
Like holy shit. Fucking.
And I was definitely off put with his acting at first, but then that character was just so fucking crazy. I was just like, all right, I accept it now.
It's the only thing I like. That's why I couldn't give it a Jeff Goldblum because I was so
literally
entertained.
Like a proto Trevor.
Yeah. Yes. It's just, you give me a Trevor character in any situation. I know I shouldn't like him, but they just remind me of an unhinged friend that I used to have that you didn't meet, but I know someone that did meet them, and they would definitely understand what I mean. Like, if that friend was able to just be and do whatever the fuck they want to, GTA style, they definitely would be Trevor Phillips and this guy. Definitely shouldn't be around them, but man, do they fucking go on some cool-ass rants sometimes.
And I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion. It's really rough, but I kind of understand from also the dramatic kind of soap opera style that David Lynch is playing around with. Though he definitely polishes this way better. And this is what I'm going to go into why I like that this movie happened. Why this movie was necessary that this happened.
I hate you
because this was definitely a learning experience for him. Huh?
There are soap operas. There are soap operas that I would prefer to watch over this. because the acting's much more superior in some soap operas than this. This,
Mm.
I mean, again, it's what really
And I
did
think
it.
that's
The
valid.
acting, everything else, the David Lynchness, it didn't kill it for me. The story, though, it just, I don't know, it was just so boring for the first 30 minutes, and then it it just like flips on its, if I guess that was his like thing, like what he wanted to do was throw you off guard
Yeah,
and flip you on
which
your
he'll
head, but
do a lot better later too. And this is what I'm gonna say, without any type of spoilers and stuff,
again now,
because this
I
movie was
I'm gonna have to say, since I am comparing this to Eraserhead, The Elephant Man, and Wild in Heart with Nicolas Cage, which that's something we'll have to watch super soon.
I've never seen that too. I've only seen
You
Eraserhead
could,
out of those.
it's fucking, oh
I've seen
man,
Eraserhead a bunch though, because Eraserhead's
fucking,
a 5 out of 5 for me.
oh, Eraserhead's god tier.
Hmm.
Eraserhead, I will protest that's a fucking god tier right here.
Oh yeah, I
Like
would say
before
that too.
we
Yeah,
even review that,
I
but
thought from a text I didn't think you'd think that because I thought I didn't know if you liked Eraserhead at all.
yeah, I do.
Okay,
It's a fucking classic. It's a fucking classic horror film. Like you can't. It's
but
one of the classic black and
oh,
whites.
and with Eraserhead mentioning that actually helped me with my point that I was about to make. This movie needed to happen for Twin Peaks in a way. This is definitely him exploring some of like that type of weird soap opera, but also weird surrealist of like turn of, and also with like the with some other things. I don't want to go into any type of more because of spoilers, but I definitely think he was fine at like this was like a piece of Twin Peaks, and then Eraserhead would be another part that except Eraserhead's a fucking god tier, and
That
then
doesn't.
it's sort of like this movie
That
and that kind of
I
coming
don't like
together.
you saying that about Twin Peaks. That doesn't bode well for Twin Peaks, and you know that.
But
You know that.
what I'm saying is that I see all the things wrong because
Like,
yet the
you.
acting was not strong like with Twin Peaks, and I did the Dale Cooper actor is a lot more. He's a lot more polished by that time too. He's a
Let's
lot
not get
older.
into Twin Peaks though. Let's not get into Twin Peaks. That's not
I'm
what we're
just trying
here
to
for.
say that
I
that's my
know.
main point is that this movie was the perfect. Not even is what I'm trying to say is that this is the perfect prototype that needed to happen because if this didn't happen, then I feel like Twin Peaks would have failed in many of its elements.
Gotcha. I'm just
Where
trying to say
this was
let's
like the
not move.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm just
As
saying
in,
I'm not gonna be able to add to this discussion because it's Twin Peaks. So let's get back to Blue Velvet.
yes,
The
yes,
soundtrack.
that's what I'm saying. That was my main point of that was the
Yes.
thing that I can't, that'll be hard to explain for me of why
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
I enjoyed this too for some elements that I seen, but also the cinematography I love. Cinematography,
Like I
there's so
said,
many
it's
great fucking scenes in this.
there's
Like
so many
the
good
with
shots. I'm not gonna
mm,
lie. There's good scenes, but this is 2 hours long, and the the great and amazing scenes that we do get aren't enough
mm,
to make up for the padding. Every time
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a great scene, I'm actually more disappointed. It's because it's like, oh fuck yeah, this is a good scene, yeah, and then it's like I'm automatically like right after the scene's over reminded what movie I'm watching, and it's like, yeah, I forgot.
Mm,
He tricked me. He tricked me. I thought this was a different movie for a fucking second. And
mm.
again, I can say he wasn't able to pull a Clockwork Orange or a Man
Yeah, this
Eats
was a hot
Dog.
mess. Hmm.
This was definitely like that one scene that was supposed to make you uncomfortable was definitely the whole thing seemed consensual. Like everything seemed I thought that was her husband. I legit thought that was her fucking
I didn't think
husband.
that.
I thought Frank was
I
her
could obviously
husband.
see that there's kind of like I could immediately assess that there's like a weird because I mean if even if it was the
I
husband that
just
there's kind
thought
of
she
like a
was
weird kidnapping situation going on here.
I didn't I was not suspecting the kidnapping because I was suspecting this she was not going. I was suspecting she was not in a good head canon. I was actually kind of contemplating whether the kid was actually real or not at
Hmm.
that point. Like at that, during that scene, I was like, is it even actually happening, or is she just fucking completely, is she's just insane? And
Hmm.
I kept on, and the only thing that actually confirmed, it didn't even confirm when she actually went into that room and you heard the little kid. That really
Hmm.
didn't even confirm with me because, to be honest, it's very rare, but you can hallucinate a voice and be creating that voice
Hmm.
through like actual vocal cords and stuff. Fucking
Yeah.
that. If I'm not mistaken, Joseph Callinger would do that. Like he would audibly hear chanting, and then he would hold his hand up to his throat, and he would
Hmm.
realize, oh shit, I am actually doing this chanting. But it was chanting that was like it was basically like he was hearing himself throwing his voice, and
Hmm.
that's actually very like major thing that can happen when it comes in psychosis. So I was just
That
like,
would have
oh
been kind of
shit.
cool.
Yeah, I would actually loved it, but then they confirmed it by showing the husband. They showed the husband dead. That's when I was like, god, man, fuck. It would have been better if it was up in the air if she was just crazy. Shouldn't have showed the
Hmm.
husband. Should not have showed. I would have been fine. You could have just had the yellow man just standing in the apartment by himself. You didn't need the. You didn't need the husband just sitting in. There was. It was. I guess it
That
was
wasn't
to
the husband in the
confirm
chair. That was
that.
that one dude, that fabulous dude who was like lip syncing and stuff. He was from
Oh, that was Ben.
yeah.
But the ear was cut off.
Yeah, yeah, the ear was cut off, but I think there's something weird going
I
on there. I think it
I
started kind of getting weird at the end there. I don't know.
that's why I assumed it was the husband because the ear was cut off. I was like, oh well,
It was
there
this.
that
It
confirms
looked
that
exactly like the same actor.
I I did I it was hard for me to tell because of the prosthetics were not great on him. It was definitely altering the bullet wound on the
Hmm.
was definitely altering his forehead enough to change his look for me at least. Because the ear being cut off, I was like, oh man, that confirms the husband. But if we'd never seen the kid or the husband, we don't. I guess I should have gave it some more credit, but it is what
Because
it is.
that
They
just
should have
happened
been
too,
more
and the ear
clear.
that he found was old and rotten,
They
and
should
it
have
seemed
been.
like that was a. I think that was in kind of like
I'm just
a
saying
an
they should have
MO
just been more.
for
They could have made it more clear that was a
yeah.
different.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was the same ear because I think that was just what he did because he had the scissors. I think he just did that.
Yeah, I'm just stating that
Mhm.
that's what I was assuming. That is why my rating is what it is, and again, it's gonna stay that way because it's it's low. It's got a. It's still not good. They didn't make it clear at all
Oh yeah, this is
who's.
as I said, this is a hot mess.
Yep.
But then the other reason I kind of put it up is other than I give it some points also for the cinematography because there's so many great scenes. Even though there's some songs that were definitely overused, the soundtrack was a lot was pretty decent, and I that's what also in Twin Peaks they don't overuse things like that as like this. Definitely him refining. There's a lot of refining in this. That's why I like kind of like this film. I'm like this movie is a hot mess, but this definitely needed to happen for for something I consider I mean a mess in some ways, but a masterpiece in many others. But I wouldn't say that this is like a masterpiece in any other way. This is total hot mess. I mean, like, yeah, the acting's laughable at a lot of points.
Oh, it's laughable at several points in the movie.
Mm,
It's a joke. I mean, I definitely did not care about this movie.
mm. But I'd watch this movie. Oh yeah. And what else? What else about this movie? It's there's something else. It's see, it's hard for me to talk about this movie because a lot of things are connected with context of oh, I know what I can talk about in general. Kind of stepping away from just the criticisms of this movie, looking into the psyche of David Lynch from this, you definitely see a theme in many of his movies and works, and even in an interview we recently watched in Relax Talk, of a theme that he's seems to be obsessed. And you kind of pointed out maybe he has some type of like delusional psychosis because he definitely speaks a lot of like things being a dream, you know, and
Yep.
he likes because he loves to explore the surrealism and kind of like dream logic of things. That's
Yeah,
why a lot of times he
he
doesn't.
definitely
That's why he's
isn't.
more of a more of a cinematographer than he is
he
like a
he's
story
crazy.
writer.
David Lynch is fucking crazy. There's no doubt about it. Like this movie
Mhm.
does not help his case whatsoever because the whole creation of this, like the cinematography, the editing, the shots that he uses, and just the dialogue that he has be spoken. It's just like, God, he's fucking nuts. Like he's
Yeah,
just
I wish there was
completely
one video we
crazy.
could watch because we can't until we could dive into Twin Peaks, but it's just like him filming a shot and he's explaining just like how he just closes his eyes and he just like sees the exact scene that he wants, and that's he just builds up to that. And he'll just be like wandering around just like, yeah, this is how I saw it in my head. Yeah, yeah, like in my dream here, yeah. Like guiding them step by step meticulously for a while until, you know, it's time to actually like roll it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think most of the bad acting is probably too much forced direction.
Hmm.
He's probably way like he's probably an amazing director to work with. I'm not gonna. I've never heard any negative, but he is probably a bit of a pain in the ass
Hmm.
in
And this
some
is early in his work
situations.
too, so
So
he's still learning.
I can definitely tell when, and I'm gonna I gotta bring this up. I think he needs to, and I'm being semi serious with this. I think when he's writing, he needs to make sure that he busts a nut before he
He
writes.
needs he
He
needs the
needs,
two nuts.
yeah.
He needs to bust two nuts.
I
He
don't
needs
know about
the
that.
prescription. He needs
He definitely needs to bust at least
you
one
jerk
because
off.
do you jerk off? Because it it this is definitely the horniest I've seen David Lynch out of all
Hmm.
his works. It's like, ah, man, and it's back in. It's not even like the whole film is. Again, it's like we made the joke. It's like he's writing this on napkins, and it's almost like
Hmm.
one napkin
Some
is
of them
right
crustier
before.
than others.
Yeah, like one napkin is like right before he jerks off, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get this down real quick," and then the other one is like he's sitting in bed and he's like, "Oh shit, fuck, I need something to write with. Oh, that's all I
Oh yeah, the
got."
plot.
But it's gonna work anyway, and he writes it down on that. And what he writes down on the post nut napkins are fucking amazing. That's where most of his his great scenes come from. It's very obvious, but when he's horny, he's just constantly
Oh
trying to
shit.
build the sexual tension. It's like, what the you don't, and it's not even like comfortable sexual tension. He's trying. It's like weird BDMS cuckery sexual tension that he's trying to build, and it's just not something I'm for. So
Hmm.
it's like I'm watching a weird like thruple just having their weird role playing night, and they won't let me
Yeah.
leave. And it lasts for 2 hours long. And for some reason, they have a friend that comes over. There's a fourth friend that comes over and joins the role playing session for some odd reason, but like still will not let me leave. It's like you're not even
Shit.
supposed to be here. You're married. But yeah, it
Oh,
just
I do want to point out. I want to give this movie one thing. They got me with the what was it, the well-dressed man or the
yo.
I didn't know. He just had the most fake eyebrows and mustache, and it worked.
uh, Dennis Hopper in that disguise was perfect. It was amazing. That that was just a practical joke on him from David Lynch. There was no.
Oh
That's,
fuck.
that's definitely being used as an intro or an outro for the review.
Hmm.
Oh man, but
God damn.
yeah, this was a film. This was a David Lynch film.
And
I
I finally figured out what
I
the fucking reference from Mr. Bungle was, but I can't remember that. I was trying. Well, I think that was in fucking. Is it was it Carousel or was it Girls of Porn? Ah shit. Ah shit. But it has like in the end of the song like it starts fading in the scene of the one thing I can't fucking stand is warm fucking beer. And I'm like, oh shit. I wasn't expecting to find that out. I
uh,
never knew if that was it seemed like it was clipped from something or I didn't know if that was just something that Mr. Bungle that like
yeah.
Mike Patton just did.
Oh man,
Which I'll be seeing
that's
soon.
that is that is great. But we did it. We done it. I think I don't think we can talk about anything else. Soundtrack was great. I can't
Hmm.
knock the soundtrack. Had some pretty good songs. I mean, Blue Velvet's pretty much the main song that you're gonna hear throughout, and the one clown song from Elvis that seems to make him crazy, because
If you
clown
have enough
songs gotta make you
patience, I'd
crazy.
say give it a watch. I would say if you don't really enjoy it for the if it feels like the first hour has gone too long, you might as well just turn it off though.
I say 30 minutes. I saved the first 30 minutes because that's when I checked out.
I don't know. I feel like you have to make it to the scene when he's in the closet, and then that's when you decide.
If you can make it to that scene, then I would just say commit. To be honest, that's my
It's definitely
suggestion.
one scene to look forward to, and then if you're like, all right, I had enough, then yeah, then turn it.
And like I said, if you made it that far, you might as well just go ahead. It's gonna get worse.
It'll get worse, but if if you really love Dennis Hopper already, then that's definitely something you're going to take out of it at the very least. That Dennis Hopper has a very interesting role. That's what I'll say.
But fucking if you've
Or
been
you could just
listening,
look up the scenes on YouTube.
yeah, look up the great scenes on YouTube. Surely someone's got the highlights on YouTube.
It might be funnier without context.
Yeah, it definitely will be. It will be better. It will be much better without the context.
Oh yeah.
But if you been listening this long, thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share the video around. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Do you have a sign off, Spooge?
I any more suggestions? This was our booby prize, by the way, for because we can't get a hold of Mulholland Drive,
It
which
might be coming soon. It's definitely not going to be after this review, but it might
mhm.
be coming. So as a we might just go ahead and go ahead and get it.
But all I'll say is just as a closer, I'm mad that we can't talk about Twin Peaks because fucking Pete with his little pimp hat and part of that gang was so out of fucking place.
I'm glad I don't understand that reference. But yep. Uh, this will be a bye bye.
Bye bye.
me.